Okay. My name's Will Young. I'm a senior here at Williams College. I'm originally from Larchmont, New York, right outside New York City, and I'm an economics major. So I run cross country and track and field here at Williams. So when I was doing the college search, I knew that I wanted to find a school that was obviously very good academically, but also where I could continue running. So that was a huge part of my high school experience. And Williams just ended up being the spot. Obviously, we have great academics here, and it's one of the best D3 programs in the country, and just fit well. My favorite team tradition is probably our Greylock run. So once a season, right before NESCACs, we'll do a workout where we'll start at the base of Mount Greylock and we'll just run 8 miles up, just tempoing all the way up. And we're supposed to get breaks in the middle of it. It's supposed to be like kind of 6 minutes on, 5 minutes off type deal. But it's so steep that it just ends up being a hard effort all the way up. And, well, it's one of the harder workouts of the year. It's super rewarding, and there's great team spirit up at the top. Our coach brings up donuts and apple cider, and it's a really, really great day every year. It's interesting. Like, obviously, it's not a normal year for anybody, but I definitely feel the most for the freshmen. A very hard environment to come into, but they've been handling it really, really well. And something I've really appreciated about the cross-country team here is the real team spirit we got, and how all your teammates are really looking after you. I mean, running and cross-country is not the most team-oriented sport. Like, obviously, we're all running on our own. We're not interacting the same way that a basketball team or a hockey team is during our competition, but our teammates are still equally as important. I mean, we're supporting each other every day through training. There's no way you could get through it without your teammates. And especially when I was a freshman, I know my seniors were super helpful in helping me adjust to school and college training, and I'm just trying my best to be that guy for the freshmen. Yeah, so how I got into cross country, I guess 7th grade. In the fall, I was a soccer player for a while growing up, and in the winter I was playing basketball, and in the spring I really didn't have anything I was doing. So my dad ran track growing up, and I decided I was going to go out and do it just to kind of get in shape for soccer and whatnot, and it ended up going really well, and I just fell in love with the sport and never turned back. So yeah, so I definitely have not had the cleanest slate in terms of injuries here. My freshman year was iron deficient, had a stress reaction in my femur. Sophomore year, had a stress fracture in my shin. Last year, ended up getting mono. So I've definitely had my fair share of putting up the spikes for a little bit and sitting out for a bit, and it was definitely not easy and was super challenging at times, but in all honesty, it's made me appreciate the sport even more. It's made me appreciate buying into the process and not worrying about results as much. And like last cross country season, our team was really good, and it was by far my best season on campus, and it made all those injuries, while they were really hard to deal with in the moment, it made that season even more special and even more. Yeah, so picking a moment that stands out to me, or an experience I remember pretty vividly on this team. Last year, during that really good season that we had, we do a workout twice a year. It's probably our hardest workout. We go out to Oblong Road and we do a bunch of tempo work and some repeat miles. And I remember the second time we did it kind of late in the season last year, we had a group of like 15 guys go out and do that first mile at a really fast split, but we were all together and no one was working really hard. And I remember just looking around and everyone was kind of just smiling, knowing we had put in all that good work, and we all knew we were in really good shape. And it was just a really cool moment to do that together as a group, just because we had all bought in so hard, like so much into this process, and kind of seeing it pay off and going through that experience together was a moment I'll remember probably forever. So it was really cool. So outside of class, obviously I'm on the cross-country track teams, and I'm also in the Lehman Community Engagement Group, and I spend a lot of time with friends just trying to make the most of our last year here. And obviously there's beautiful trails everywhere and we run, but I love going on some hikes.